but they still don't get it. So let me record this bit for you guys. Cool. So again, like I said, Manara sent out the trade. Okay, we saw it here. Again, this was yesterday, right? This was literally his market open. I don't usually even trade on Sundays or nothing, but I saw this idea and I was like, you know what? It can actually potentially make sense. Okay, so I put a buy limit, went to sleep. I woke up in the morning. I woke up around what 9:15 today. So it was about here. Okay, I woke up at 9:15 today. Okay, and then I saw that we was in profit for where's 9:15. So that's about there. We was in profit about 65 pips. I was like, oh, nice. Move my stop into profit, rubbing my hands. I was like, thank you, Manara. Okay, so that happens. So again, how do I confirm that I can take this trade with low risk? Okay, so let's cycle back. Again, first thing I do, if Manara's putting out an idea, again, the way I've got my settings, okay, the way I've got my settings, where's my thing on? I have to go into monitor, I'm guessing. Okay, so the way I've got my settings, right, is again, bat shark butterfly. These are the closest things to the smart money way of trading. Okay, they're the closest things to the smart money way of trading. So understanding that is pointing me in this direction, I already knew it's pointing me in the direction of, let me just use this, of that specific candle there. So how do you then break that down? Let me go into replay mode. How do you then break that down? So this is what I do. So I'm like, cool. First thing that we want to look for. Okay, and there's my entry confirmation checklist. My whole thing just okay, entry confirmation checklist, right? Okay, let's skip that, skip that, skip that. Okay, equal lows, cool. We looked for that. Look for institutional candle, cool. We saw that. Best time to trade 7 a.m., 3 p.m. All right, great. Let's look on this side. This is the important part. Was there imbalance left after the institutional candle engulfed? Answer, yes. There's a tiny gap right there. Was there a down candle that got engulfed? Yes. So there's two things we've already ticked off the list, right? Okay. Next thing, was there a breaker structure? Okay, I mean, yeah, moving further on, there was, but obviously we're in replay mode right now. So yeah. All right, cool. So that's three things that's checked off the thing. Make sure liquidity is taken. Yep, it was. Okay. And then for take profits, what we're looking for, equalize, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, these two, well, three things, all of them check, 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 and check. Okay, so we've got the down candle that took out liquidity, great. We've got the engulfing candle, great. We've got a gap, great. And then yeah, the breaker structure through here. So let me just actually let me click play for now. Let me see. Okay, no. Actually, let me just exit because this is gonna take for long. It's gonna take forever. Okay, that's gonna take forever. So cool. We got the signs of all of that. Okay, so we got the breaker structure. I mean, this is all-time highs and all that kind of stuff. So again, we've got the first tap in, all of that. So now, how do we break this down? Okay, we literally look at this. So let me go on to the 15 minute. So every time I want to break anything down, I always go into the smaller time frames. I always either half the time frame or just go straight to the 30-minute and 15-minute, especially on gold. So when I'm looking at this, what did I do? I had this whole 1 hour block marked up, right? So what did I do? I was like, interesting. On the 15-minute, it's this small, tiny bit. Okay, so I didn't need all of that no more. I just needed this small one candle. This is the candle that forced price to shift up drastically. Okay. Then remember we've got this gap. Okay. Before I had this gap like this, I said this gap has to get filled at least. So when we see price come in and do this, we just adapt it. So now I still know there's still a gap, but now it's just from here to this wick, from that wick to this wick. That's where the gap is. So now I've highlighted that. Now I've got my 15-minute IPA. So I've got 15-minute IPA and I've got this 15-minute demand candle. So from there now, we've marked that out. You say to yourself, are you happy with the risk? Because you're going to be placing your stop loss under that red demand candle. So from here to here, okay, 15 to 20 pips is what you're going to need. So I'll say to myself, am I happy with that? The answer is yes. So let's go back to where price actually hit. Okay, so there's that 15-minute IPA. This is where price actually hit. So I never enter off the IPA really. I never put a buy limit specifically from the IPA. Okay, I never put a buy limit specifically off the IPA. I'm only going to enter from the body. So as you can see, we had a little bit of drawdown. Okay, a little bit. I want to say a little bit. That was like a lot of drawdown compared to what we wanted, right? So entry, I put my buy limit right here. We had let's say 12 pip drawdown, and my stop was 20 pips. Okay, so yeah, near enough 60% of my stop loss, okay, was in drawdown. Okay, so as you can see, it's playing in here. The first hit was 245. 245, and then as you can see, all this is why we don't trade Asia session, because all of this nonsense happens. Okay, so Asia session, all of this is happening, and then as it comes into London, you can start seeing the volume starts kicking in. The London session is now in. Again, boom, you start entering. So again, I put a buy limit. I was asleep at this time, right? I'm asleep at this time, but let's just say you wasn't. how else would you enter this trade? Okay, let's go on to the 5 minute. Okay, if you wasn't asleep and you woke up during London, how else would you enter this trade? And this looks a little bit messy, but what does this remind you of? Okay, what does this remind you of? Just look at the candles very delicately. What does this remind you of? Doesn't it look like this? Okay, in a very messy way. It looks like this in a very, very messy way. But understanding this, like I always say, there's not one session I'm going to show you guys that I don't show this picture, because once you understand this picture and this picture, it's literally happening all the time. Literally all the time. Like every single trade that you see me take, you're going to see that. Okay. Once your trade starts looking very uniform, the same all the time, you almost start trading like a robot. And that's where you want to be in trading. When trading becomes almost boring, you're in a good place. If you're stressing every time you take a trade, you're either over leveraging or you have no idea what the hell is going on. Either of those two things is not good. Okay, so you want to be in control of your trades at all times, which is why I wait for price to come to me. I don't chase it. Same as, again, for the guys in the room. You don't want to be chasing girls around. You want girls to be chasing you. And how do you do that? Work on yourself, read books, go to the gym, okay, get your money up. For the females, okay, you always naturally get guys chasing you. So you don't have to do too much. Okay, but in regards to the market, you want price to be coming to you all the time rather than you chasing it. Because the more you go chasing, the more money you're going to lose. Same as the guys. The more you go chasing girls, the more money you're going to lose. Okay. So this is literally what we do. Wait for price to come to you. Don't go chasing it. So again, if you was awake at this time, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, what do you wait for? You're just looking for, let's just take away all the noise. Okay. You're seeing the schematics happening. That's what we call them, schematics. Okay. Just the price action. You're seeing the schematics happening. So again, you had this low. Okay. You had this low and then you see price dip slightly under that. So what we're seeing? We're seeing basically this happen in a very, very small way. Okay. Again, it's not the cleanest of price actions, but understanding the concept is what gets you to where you need to be. So we get this kind of clean low getting taken out, and then price starts coming higher. Okay. Starts coming higher. Now you notice it's gone above this. That's your second clue. You're like, cool. Now what are you waiting for? You're waiting for something like this. Wait, wrong picture. Wrong picture again. Wrong picture again. Okay, you're waiting for something like this, so a break of the previous high, and then price comes back, and boom, this is where you execute your trade. Now you're in the clear. Okay, and it does the same thing again, takes out highs, comes back, boom, second entry, third entry, fourth entry. You start stacking orders. Okay, we spoke about this on last week's session. So again, same thing. Okay, I'm just looking at this on a line chart just to make things very simplified for you guys, because I know all those wicks look like noise. So again, what do? We break past this high, very tiny. Okay, break past the high. What happens? You see the pullback. There's your execution. There's your execution point, and then price starts flying up. Okay, literally the same thing over and over again. Once you understand the concept of this, your trading just changes. It just shifts. Okay, so let's bring back the noise. Okay, let's bring back the noise. So again, let's get the specific entry. So again, you see all of this happening. We break above those highs. So boom, there's your entry. Okay, what time does this happen? Literally bang on 7 o'clock. Bang on London open. Okay, let's just highlight this specific candle. Bang on London open. So if you didn't put a buy limit like me, you woke up London session, boom, there's your demand candle. Okay, this is how you literally trade this. Long position, you're entering right at the top there. Stop loss, okay, just under here. So you're looking about 7 pip stop loss. Okay, 7 pip stop loss. And then how far have we gone so far? It was like, let me just zoom all the way out. So 7 pip stop. Okay, and the highest point we went to was there. Okay, so let's just do this now. 7 pip stop, and then boom, 170 pip gain. Let's say 160 pip, sorry. 160 pip gain. 7 pip stop loss, 160 pip gain. Okay, and how long did that take? Let's just be very precise about this. Okay, so our entry here, boom. And then to here, that took literally 5 hours, 35 minutes. 5 hours, 35 minutes, 160 pips. Put £1 on that. I'm not sure if you guys still work full time or not. That's after tax. That's 2 days worth of work in 5 hours. Okay, I'm talking average salary, by the way. Okay, I'm not sure how much you guys earn if you're still working. Okay, but that's 2 days worth of work in 5 hours if you put £1 on that trade. With a seven, would you risk £7 to get 160 back? Yeah, I would. Okay, so that's literally that trade there. So again, if you wasn't able to catch the bigger move from Manara, okay, I already broke that down. Okay, from here when I put the buy limit, you could have done it exactly at 7 a.m. let's just say you missed that trade. What else can you do? This is where Faye is going to be interested because she loves stacking orders now. Okay, you missed that trade. What we're looking for? We're looking for the exact same thing over and over again. So guess what? You look for the next demand candle. Okay, once this one taps into this one, you're like waiting for this one now. Okay, but guess what? Price doesn't come back into it. So what do we need to do? Okay, what do we need to do? We need to, I'm not sure why it's not letting me take this. All right, there you go. Okay, price didn't come back into this one more time. So what do? You just keep doing the same thing. This is the last demand candle. Okay, boom, in here. So what do? You do the same thing. Okay, let me just send this back. Okay, you do the same thing from here. So now, last down candle, price goes up, comes back into it, boom, exit. Okay, 6 pip stop loss, goes up. Okay, same thing happens here again. You can stack one more time. I mean, this one would have been a way bigger stop loss. Okay, but this was the cleanest entry. Okay, so you look to do the same thing again. Okay, let me drag this from here. Okay, let me just drag that from there. So you'll be hoping to do the same thing here again, but as you can see, price clearly didn't come back into it. So what do? You do the next one. Okay, and this one probably would have been more of a 1 minute time frame, but you can see it still comes into here. But either way, boom, that happens. Okay, you'll be hoping to do the same thing here again. This one is very quick. So price engulfs and comes back into it straight away. Boom, there's your execution. Can we do the same thing again? Look for the last down candle in here. Yes, we can. Boom, stop loss under there. You're in again. This one, same thing again. Okay, just happening continuously. Okay, price goes down, red candle, it gets engulfed. Boom, there's your entry. You're in again. Okay, it's just literally the same thing over and over again until it finally breaks. Okay, that's how you stack orders. So we found what, 7, 8 orders from this one move. So you can now turn 160 pip move into 200, 250, 300, depending on how many times you're able to capture it. Every time you see a demand candle, boom, execute. And like I said last week as well, it all comes down to understanding the trend of the market. Once you understand the trend of the market, this is when you're able to do this. You're able to execute so many times with the same pair over and over again. Okay, it's literally that simple, guys. Okay, it's literally that simple, but obviously it takes time, practice, and confidence to be able to do this. Okay, I'm not going to say it's just simple, just go on chart and do it. It takes time, confidence, and actually discipline to be able to do this. Okay, so let me look at the chat box real quick. And actually, let me stop recording this section as well because I'm not going to record the whole thing.